everyone. So today is the arrival of my second pink princess. Sorry, my hair's like super disheveled, but I just was so excited. It's Sunday and I got my delivery, which is kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting this until Monday. So it's been really quick delivery. So I ordered, I think I made a video before, and I ordered another pink princess and it didn't have a lot of pink on it. And then I saw the ones with more pink come back into stock like 2 days after I'd ordered. And I waited for my not so pink one to arrive, and it does have a whole pink leaf on it. So I'm really intrigued as to where that one's gonna go, because I've cut it up into 6, and there's 3 that already had a root system. So I've put those in soil because they were kind of like attached over. So I had the root base of the plant, and then there was leaves with a whole, they'd obviously an aerial root taken root because it was a whole root system. So there's 3 leaves with root systems, and then there's like 3 cuttings in water with quite long aerial roots, but I just felt like they would be better in water. I don't know. Honestly, it's always a bit of a gamble. But then I also couldn't resist, and I ordered the one with more pink on. So, I mean, the way basically it is kind of hit and miss with these plants. From the bottom leaves, you don't really know exactly what you're going to get. What you're looking for in a pink princess for the plant to be variegated is there's like a line on the stem. You can see a pale pink line, and the variegation actually comes from the stem. But what I noticed on my last plant was there was like 2 leaves, say, with nothing, and then the variegation would appear in the stem. So, you know, it's not always a case of if it's not there on the first few leaves, it's not going to come. So here she is. They always turn up and they feel so small. I did order her specifically for the pink, so he's hoping she's got more, because I'll be gutted if they're both the same amount of pink because they were different prices. Quite nicely packaged actually. None of their plants really so far that I've ordered have gotten damaged. I've got so much soil all over my floor. She's quite small, this one. She's quite a lot smaller than the other one I got. But she definitely, see, my other one had this central all pink leaf as well. But then it only had tiny markings on the other leaves. Whereas this one actually has quite a bit more. Let me see if I can show you the what I mean about the variegation line in the stem. Although ironically, even on the sort of more pink leaves, I don't actually see it on this one. It's a lot more clear on my other one where the line is on the variegation. Maybe it's because it's been in the box, because I did notice that the other one came out more after it's been out a few days. So yeah, this one does have a little bit more pink on. I don't know if it has a lot more pink on than my other one, to be honest. But here she is. They are quite hard to tell because, as you can see, the bottom sort of 4 leaves don't really have much pink, and then all of a sudden it's come, and this is kind of what's happened to the one that came to me before. So you can't always really judge from the bottom sort of 3-4 leaves really. This one's definitely got less, like my other one came with literally about 4 places where I could make cuttings, and this one's really kind of come with 1 max. But yeah, here she is. Let's take her properly out. I really wanted to show you what I meant about that. Actually, you can see it here in the light. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it close enough. But if you really look, you generally on the variegated stems should find that there's sort of a light line running through the stem, because the variegation does come from the stem. I have to say, my other one was a bigger plant. So yeah, here she is. She's quite small. She's quite tiny. See, this was kind of what happened with my other one, and I am kind of tempted to do the same. People probably will blasphemize me for doing this for such expensive plants, but as you can see, like there's two aerial roots that have properly taken root here at the bottom. Do you see them? So this root here has gone down. So if you take, there's two roots here that have come down from this batch here, and they will have like a proper root system inside. Personally, I've used that as a place to separate the plant and trust that the base will grow up again. It'll also thicken it out as well. It's a bit of a dramatic cut, it's a bit harsh. Probably not everybody would dare to do it, but I'm a bit of a risk taker, so that's probably actually where we'll go in on this one. And yeah, kind of just hope for the best with them, really. So that's my pink princess. These are like the Gucci of the plant world. They're so popular at the moment. When I said I might have a cutting, I literally got about 50 messages in half an hour. It's kind of like everyone just wants to get their hands on one. Yeah, so here she is. I will update with how they're all going. I'll go and I'll actually go and get you where my other ones are. So I have 3 cuttings that are currently in soil, and then I have 3 that are rooting in water. They have really long aerial roots on, and I really didn't know what to do, and I actually did put them in soil, and then I actually moved them and put them into water. I don't know if that was really the best move, but it's so hard to know what to do with aerial roots, because aerial roots don't necessarily always turn into roots, but sometimes they do. And obviously these 2 are aerial roots that have gone down to form their own root system, so they obviously do, but there's so much conflicting advice about it that I just ended up putting them in water so that I could watch 3 of them a bit more. But I'll let you know which ones take the quickest, and you can use me as a bit of an experiment, I guess. So yeah, so we've got these guys and we've got her. So yeah, I'll speak to you soon.